All right, well, good morning. Greetings and salutations to all everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for joining us here today, Lions Talk Live Morning Show Edition. And you know what? We've getting a little bit more and more information out of OTAs, what's going on there, things being reported, whatever. We've got some news that, hey, Carlton Davis is not just one of the few people looking impressive, but he's also one of the ones potentially trying to step up in a little bit of a leadership role. As you can see from the thumbnail for today's video, talking very buoyantly off the cuff. What do you want to say? Talking to reporters, just said, "Hey, he's about to lock some stuff up here. He's about ready to bring the noise. He's about ready to get after it. He's about ready to just do his part because he believes the Detroit Lions are not just a Super Bowl contender. He believes they're in here to win it. Let's keep in mind he has won a Super Bowl before." Lions, hey, have not played in a Super Bowl. They have won many an NFL championship, but not a Super Bowl. As we all know, it's been eons since the Lions have hosted the league's top trophy. And I got to say, it wasn't even the Lombardi's trophy back then. But what we are going to talk about today is, what are your thoughts on the Detroit Lions? What are your realistic expectations for Carlton Davis, the defense, this entire team? Do you like the fact that Davis is coming out and saying right here, right now, hey, we're going to perform at an incredibly high level, or it's not acceptable? Again, trying to show his leadership abilities. Do you think that, hey, some of these rookies, I know we talked about Mekhi Wingo yesterday. Maybe some of you were not on the chat, so if you have any kind of commentary on them today, go ahead and throw them out there. It is early. It is OTAs, so take everything that comes out of there with a grain of salt. But I'm going to say this. It does sound like there's a lot of impressive young players out there performing. And young players, I guess you could say Carlton Davis is new to the team, so does that make him a young player? Mekhi Wingo obviously is a rookie, but more and more reports are coming out, and we'll probably have a little bit more today about some of the things that are setting up for the future of this franchise and obviously this upcoming season. All right, a couple things real quick before we get into the meat of the show. What are your, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. We are about, let's say, 7 subs away from 6,700. Let that sink in. Man, this channel has grown. Also, if you enjoyed the video and the stuff within the channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Help out as best you can. We try to get each video to 200 to 300 thumbs up because it'll push it out on YouTube to more and more people who have not yet discovered Lions Talk Live. Last but never least, just because I'm a working individual, I'm going to be working today and maybe even a little bit tomorrow. I am outside of a YouTuber and a coach / scout. I am a realtor. Have been for a long time. So if you want somebody who's going to work on your behalf, make the process a whole lot easier. Make sure you don't run into any snafus, get hit with hidden fees, unexpected details or whatever. Give me a call or shoot me a text. Like I said, I've done this since about 1992, or at least right around there. So give me a call, shoot me a text. You see the number on the screen, 269-998-2384. And let's see what we can do. Have a brief conversation, help you either on that quest to acquire new property or sell property. All right, let's get going. Lions Talk Live. Hey, how's everybody doing today? It is the holiday weekend. Do you have any big plans for it? What are your expectations for the weekend? Are you going to kick back? You're working? You're driving? All those things. Hey, it is the morning show, so let's get going with it. JDC, good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning, JDC. Detroit D, greetings and salutations, everyone. Go Lions, 100%, and good morning to you, D. Hopefully you're having a great one. Morning, JDC. All right, Bo, good morning, Dew Crew. I see Super Bowl, Superdome, or bust, exclamation point. Woo! 100% with that. You know what? I think you are spot on with that. The more chatter that we hear from not just the Lions players, but also the coaching staff, I'd say everybody feels the same way. They understand they had a real opportunity last year, and we don't have to beat it up or whatever. They had a real opportunity, and you know what? 49ers snatched victory from the Lions. They got it. They got into the Super Bowl. They denied the Lions an opportunity, but I think that might be a galvanizing force for this season. What's going to happen with the season? Who knows? But it does sound like more and more this team was pretty dang focused on making it to the Super Bowl. All right, JDC, my grandson is graduating, exclamation point. Good luck to him and all who have made it. Now the fun starts. Yeah, good luck to him. Congratulations there, JDC, and hopefully you get an opportunity to enjoy that. All right, JDC, good morning, Detroit D. Very good. All right, Susan, what do you got? Greetings, salutations, Duke Crew. I like the fact Davis is very confident, thinking our defense could really be strong this year. Well, let's look at it real quick. And I know we talked about it briefly yesterday, but look at how much of the defense is now really starting to come into the age bracket where they should be making names for themselves, or it's probably time for the Lions to move on from some of those guys. Ify Melifonwu is going to be in year 4. He's probably going to break out a little bit this year. We saw evidence of that last year. You see Kirby Joseph, he's going to be in year 3. You know what? People talked about him having or needing a bounce back year from last year. I think he's going to have it. I think he's going to have a real strong year. Brian Branch, Jack Campbell, going to be year 2 guys. And you know what? Year 2 guys seem to make a bit of a jump typically. Campbell, I thought, had a real strong season once he got past about the middle of the year. Brian Branch, without question, one of the best rookies in the secondary throughout the NFL last year, and I expect we're going to see a whole lot more of that growth and that development this year. Broderick Martin, we've got reports coming out of OTAs and everything, how much he's changed physically, how he's looking better and better. Mekhi Wingo, I know we talked about a little bit yesterday, but we'll wait and see on that one. James Houston, does he have a bounce back year from injury? Does he get back to that rookie form? If he does, wow, look out. Because just going through that group, not even including Derek Barnes or some of the other guys we haven't even mentioned, Aiden Hutchinson, I feel like he gets missed out on a lot because he does play so well. But he's going to be in his 3rd year. Could he make another step forward and become even a bigger impact player? If he does that, man, I mean, real quick, just talking a minute here about some of the guys, we're not even mentioning other guys, just to look at all the potential this defense has. All right, Drake D, I really believe our depth will be a major factor in our success this year. Someone different every week. Yeah, and because, sometimes, like, let's look at Hutchinson, so we're just talking about him. Look at him last year, how much we had to give him, maybe overburden him at times, stretches during the year, too many snaps. And because of that, his numbers started really going down about the middle of the early part of the latter half of the season. But then we had that stretch with about 6 weeks left or whatever it was in the season where they took him from 90% of the defensive snaps down to like 70, and the kid broke out. He had a monster finish to the regular season and then the postseason. So I think you're spot on there, D. I think the depth will be a major factor because not just from a health standpoint, but also just keeping guys fresher and fresh on the field because you'll be able to rotate dudes so much more. And that's where I think you'll really see a strong development in this team. So I think we're thinking alike there. JDC, let the war games begin. Go Lions, 100%. It is time for the season to get going. The 2024 season begins with OTAs, in my opinion. So I think you're right. All right, Stephanie, good morning, boys. Exclamation point. Listening while at the gym. Kid-free weekend, so I'm taking advantage. Well, enjoy your time at the gym. I know I'll be heading there after the show. And if you got a little you time, hopefully you have a good time with it. All right, JDC, kid-free. Woo! I vaguely remember those days. I can't believe we made it this far and just got the first woo of the show. So there you go. Kid-free. Yeah, it doesn't happen often. So when you get it, enjoy it. Bo, I don't see bus. There you go. JDC, I likes to see bus. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. All right, JDC, I'm getting a little chatty Cathy. I'll sit quietly for a bit. Hey, just be a part of the show, my friend. All right, Bo, JDC, my quote is better. All right, we'll go with that. France, good evening, gang. I'm hoping you are right, coach, that we are going to blitz other offenses all day long. I believe that is going to be the France, and good evening to you too. I do believe that's going to be what Aaron Glenn does all season long. You hear him talking a little bit yesterday, OTAs, when he was giving out some commentary. And sorry if I keep scratching, guys. I got a couple of these shirts I got to kind of break in for this summer for that little internship, or not internship, but helping out or whatever. So, yeah, they're just a little scratchy. So if I keep doing that, I apologize. But France, anyways, I think you look at what they've done with the secondary. That is the first thing that got me thinking that they're going to go Blitzburg. Plus, you look at what they did 2 years ago when they went 9-8. You look at last year, how they finished the year. That's basically the formula they went to, and Aaron Glenn seems most comfortable with. So what do? If you're going to commit to that, you got to go out and guys that do it even better than the personnel you had prior. Last year's guys, the secondary, I think we all get it wasn't the strength of the team. There were some plays to be made. They just couldn't make them. Now, if you believe that Terry Arnold, Rick Straw, Davis, the third, if you believe these guys are an upgrade over the guys we had starting last year, then you know what? Maybe they'll make a few more plays. And think about this. We were within minutes of making the Super Bowl. If you have better personnel in that secondary, the blitz gets home a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. If you have better guys across the defense, you get a few more sacks, a few more tip passes that lead to turnovers. I mean, you guys get it. The defense really could make a large step next year, and that probably means we're going to have a few more blowouts if that happens. Because, in my opinion, the defense kept a lot of teams in games. The offense was fine. And assuming the offense stays anywhere near what it was last year and the year before from a production standpoint, then yes, if this defense does rise in its abilities, yeah, I think we could have some real strong blowouts. And I know Dan O'Damas was here about a week ago and gave some score predictions. All right, JDC laughing out loud Detroit D laughing out loud at JDC. All right, JDC at Bo, you are right. It was better. All right, we'll go with that. Mike Marina, howdy Dan, Lions faithful, do or die season. Woo, woo! And yes, I think, do or die season. And yeah, the Lions got to go out and get it because you know what? I'll just put it this way. I think they've got to really have, if nothing else this year, get to the Super Bowl. They do that. You're keeping the trend going forward, keeping it going upwards. But I would really like to see them get in there and win it this year. All right, Jess, good morning, y'all. World is ending. Half of the national media says we are contenders for the Super Bowl. Now you got players looking and sounding the part. Yeah. I mean, Davis wasn't the only one who gave some comments about it. You had coaches talking about it, other players on the team, etc. It does seem like everybody and in Detroit with the Lions organization, whether you're just the ticket guy, stadium guy, or, whatever it is, everybody believes this year's the year the Lions are making a push and getting into the Super Bowl. Bo, we all locked it up. Yes, they are locking it up. And yes, the no-fly zone, it does sound like it's going to be a thing in Detroit. It'll be interesting to see because we all get the North has some rookie quarterbacks. And even though Jordan Love is not a rookie, he is a little bit younger quarterback. It'll be interesting to see what this defense can do to those guys. Because take care of the division first. Now worry about some of the other teams on the schedule. Trump, woo, for Donnie Burr. And good morning to you, Trump. All right, just say K. Greetings, salutations. June is just around the corner. Then July and training camp. Can't wait for this season to get rolling. No, it's getting to be here faster than probably most of us think. 2 months from now, we are in preseason training camp. And from there, you got the preseason games. You guys get it. Then you got the regular season games. And good morning to you, Kay. All right, Bo, what do you got? The Duke Crew lock. I see Super Bowl. I'll go with that. Yeah, I'm predicting us to be in the Super Bowl. Winning it, yes, I'm going to go out right now and say that we're going to win it. Just say, Kate, anyone know if the Lions are going after Bates? You got another week or something like that until Jake Bates could be signed. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why half the league wouldn't go after him, though, either. You got the kid with one of the biggest legs in NFL history, apparently. Justin Tucker, man. We all know how valuable he is. Unfortunately, we know how valuable he is. But Bates, man, he's done nothing but, good stuff for himself. He's put together just a historic season for the Michigan Panthers. And you know what? He has gained national attention for what that leg of his can do. And it's just incredible to think the Houston Texans had him a season ago and let him go. It's just mind-boggling that he wasn't kicking in college. So I think they're going to make a push for him. We do have the cap for it. Does seem to be a need for him. He already knows Ford Field. But I do believe it's also going to be a bidding war for his services. So we'll see if they go out after him or not. All right, Detroit D, what do you got? I hope they don't move Branch from the slot corner. I like him playing around the box. Yeah, I do believe that he's probably primarily going to stay there. But I also think they could move him, what do I want to say? Like the star. I think we've got a few guys in that secondary that could become the star hybrid linebacker / safety slash corner spot. Yeah, I think Branch is coming into his own. I think he's going to be all over the field. He's going to be blitzing. He's going to be playing single high. He's going to be playing man to man. Yeah, the only spot maybe I don't see him playing is strong side linebacker, just because we're so stacked there. I don't think they'd ever star flex him over there, but we'll see. I mean, he's a rare player, and still to this day, it blows my mind that we got him in the second round, keeping him away from the Green Bay Packers. All right, Mike DeMarine, my great grandfather, Henry, boy, I'm going to kill this name, so sorry about this. Bovert, Army Major, born 1/13/1775, received the Silver Star and land in Upper Peninsula. Braveheart, late 2-4 Battle of Lake Erie, War of 1812. Well, congrats to that, Mike. That's impressive that you know that and got that. So kudos to your great grandfather, my friend. Damien, what's good all? Question mark. Good morning, and I just want to say I'm thankful for the show and group every morning. Well, hey, I'm grateful to have you here, man. I concur with you. I wake up every morning looking forward to the show, looking forward to talking to all you guys. And hey, let's face it, we're all Lions fans that like talking about the Lions, and we've gotten to know each other. So, thankfully, I'm planning on being here until you guys boot me off the air. We'll go with that. Thomas Green, salutations, do crew. Wingo is John Randall. Yeah, we did have some debates about that yesterday. Hey, and just if you guys don't know what we're talking about, yesterday when I did the video on Wingo, Mackay Wingo, I just said from a body structure standpoint, the dude reminds me of John Randall. I mean, he's got a very, very similar build. Now you add in the fact that he's an undersized defensive tackle who has just tremendous athleticism. He's got a great first step in getting to the quarterback. And I made this comparison, and yeah, in the chat yesterday, people were all over me. You're saying he's John Randall. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he looks like John Randall. He moves like John Randall. I'm not saying he's going to be John Randall. Eddie, what do you got? Thomas Taylor, you are going to start some stuff doing that. Hope you are right, though. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's all we're hoping. We're hoping he is an impactful player. We're hoping he can be productive. I'm going to also remind everybody, hey, it's OTAs. It is not padded practice. It's not preseason games. It's a long way from where we're at right now to the NFL regular season and field. So let's see what he does. But at least so far in OTAs, he's looked impressive. All right, Bo, I had 3 uncles serve in World War II. 2 airborne in Europe, 1 Marine in the Pacific. Yeah, I know I can't list all of my uncles that have served in World War II or in the military, but I know there's a lot of them. Unfortunately, I don't remember each one, which war they were in, because my parents were born, let's see, my dad in the 1920s, mom 1930s. So a lot of their family, either served in Korea, World War II, or Vietnam. All right, let's see, Mike DeMarine, Bo, yep, thumbing up. All right, Trump, great day to enjoy the great outdoors. Yes, I'll be spending some time out there today. Jen and I actually will be going out. I've got some work to do. I've got to do an open house in South Haven, some stuff like that. But after all that, yeah, we're heading on out. All right, Lions fan number 1, good morning, everyone. Have a great weekend, do crew. Packing up and listening today, heading out for the weekend. Well, everybody is working for the weekend. Hopefully you have a good time, whatever you're going to do with your plans. Robert G, good morning all. Good morning to you too, my friend. JDC, thank you to all that have served this country. 100%. That is the meaning of this weekend. So hopefully everybody takes a moment out of the time, the end day, and just says thank you to someone they know who has served. All right, Robert Yankee, greetings and salutations all. Back at you. Trump, any news on if the Lions will try to sign Bates? Question mark. And woo! Nothing new that I'm aware of. Now, I know it's speculated. I know if you Google search Jake Bates, Detroit Lions, you'll see tons of people reporting that they're trying to get him. And I believe they should try to get him. Why not add more and more weapons to your team? It's nothing disrespectful to Michael Badgley. I like the guy, but let's also be honest and fair. Jake Bates' leg is a weapon very few teams in this league have anything similar to. The only one I can think of will be 2. The Cowboys kicker, I think that dude's got a leg and he's pretty accurate. And then Justin Tucker. But, Jake Bates, I get he hasn't done it at the NFL level. I just think the kicking and punting department, if you can do it, you can do it. The level of play isn't going to factor in as much. He's already done it at Ford Field, so you know what? There's a lot of familiarity there. The one game he struggled from a kicking standpoint, outside, windy rain, okay, I get it. Was not by any stretch of the imagination ideal circumstances, but I think a lot of kickers would have not done well in that situation. All right, Steve Rogers, greetings and salutations to all, and thank you to anyone and everyone who has served in the military. Agreed with that. Yes, take a moment out of your day and say thank you. Robert Broski, you do know that Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die. Exclamation point. Hope your defense is as good as you say. Their defense was pretty legit last year, and I think they do have some players. One of the advantages they did get was getting, Montez Sweat last year. Sweat, hey, I thought he really helped push them forward, but I always also say, I think our team has improved exponentially. It's going to be interesting when we play them, just like it will be Minnesota or Green Bay. I'm expecting basically every divisional game to be a competition between both parties involved, and I think that's going to be true for everyone in the league or in the division. All right, Bo Badgley is looking good. Maybe had a fire put under him. Now he's hitting 60-yarders. Hey, it could be 100% right. Fear of losing your job is a huge motivating factor for some people. Fear of being replaced. If it pushes Badgley to new heights, then good for him, man. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to trust the coaching staff and the front office that if they believe in Michael Badgley, then we're sticking with him. If they can sign Jake Bates, then they think he's the better option. All right, Robert. Woo! And there we go. And good morning to you, Robert. Hookadoo. Good morning, Coach and Duke crew. Grit! Exclamation point. Okay, Duke crew. Who has the American flag flying on their house? I do. Go Lions. Yeah, 100%. It's definitely the weekend to have that going if you don't do it all the time. Quentin Green, salutations, y'all. Yo, Coach, how do you think that defense is going to look this year? I think we're going to look pretty dang good. I think we're going to intimidate a lot of teams. And to me, that's the biggest factor. The biggest thing I want to see. It's one thing to just sit back, play defense, hey, try to make plays, whatever. It's just not how I'm wired. I want to go out after people. I don't care if we roll the dice and, crap out sometimes. I want to constantly put pressure on the other team to perform at a high level, under duress, while making accurate decisions and performing to complete the process of the play. If you mess up on any of those factors, the defense wins. So the more you can put pressure on people to think under pressure and consistently have to perform with somebody in your face, I think just the law of averages comes into play and you're going to get somebody to mess up. In the NFL, I think the day and time of just sitting back playing defense, what do you want to call it? Bend but don't break. I just don't think the rules allow for that too much anymore, unless you just have an incredibly more talented defensive team. I think it's better to take your chances getting after them and forcing them into those 1, 2, maybe 3 errors per game that lead to turnovers. And you know what? That's how you're going to win. Hookadoo. Woo! And good morning to you too. Patrick, greetings, salutations all. Another grand and glorious day in the Lord. I'm hoping all is doing well, and go Lions. This is our time for years to come. I really believe that. No, I'm with you, man. I believe that at least this year, next year, probably the next 3 years, we are contenders to win the Super Bowl. Let that all sink in and marinate with each of us. The Lions have an opportunity to be one of the best teams in the league, and we'll be able to say at the end of that 3-year stretch, for half a decade, the Lions were consistent challengers for the Super Bowl. After that part, 2-3 years from now, hard to say because who knows who's going to be here, who's not going to be here, who's been drafted. But all the evidence is out there that this organization is doing things well enough where really the expectations for years to come should be that the Lions are one of the better teams in the league and pushing for the Super Bowl. All right, Patrick, with a great big woo, and back at you, buddy. All right, Bo, I'm always finding our national ensign. All right, flying. Yeah, flying. Sorry, not finding. All right, JDC, stars and bars proudly flown on my garage. Don't tread on me, I tread back. There you go. All right, Robert, we have talent, depth, coaching, exclamation point. Cannot be stopped. No, we do seem to have it all. I think you're right there. Hookadoo, I always put my flag out, Bo. There you go. Patrick at Bo Booth, I was until a big windstorm bent my flagpole. I have to get off my lazy butt and get it out there and fix it so I can fly my U.S. flag and Marine Corps flag again. Well, go out and do it. Hey, great weekend to get it done. JDC, all hearts. All right, Bo, Patrick, I lost my United States Marine Corps gridiron a while back. I haven't been able to replace it. Okay, well, hopefully we can find it or replace it, my friend. All right, Robert G, it's a time TTI. Remember the great service members who have passed on and all off the battlefield. God bless our troops. 100% there. All right, Patrick, Bo Booth, bummer. That's tough. They don't exactly give them away anymore either. No, they do not. Surfer, good morning, coach. Good morning, Surfer. Patrick, morning, coach. I am really looking forward to seeing how our revamped defense looks this year. Me too, man. I think it's going to be one of the bigger aspects of the season I'm going to be looking forward to, just because my nature, I like aggression. I like to get out there, put pressure on people, and I like defense. I like aggressive defense, though, not passive defense. To be very honest, there were times last year the defense bored me, but once that Denver game came, I actually thought, hey, this is fun to watch. I get our secondary gave up a gajillion yards to a lot of different quarterbacks, but I thought it was a lot better doing that than just letting people dink and dunk their way down the field. All right, Rocky, what do you got? Good morning, all. I agree big time with our new corner. Woo! Yeah, Davis, I think he could end up being a leader for this team. I get he's only here for maybe a season, but during that season, what can he do? Can he help elevate this team? And then in the next offseason, we'll see if he signs. But I do agree with him. We've got a real good chance to make the Super Bowl this year and win it. All right, we got Jameer. What do you got? The Green Sanitation Dam back at you. Hopefully you're having a great morning. All right, Brent, fly 2 flags, American and Philippines, for my late wife. There you go. Well, have a good time with it. And, remember all those who have passed us. All right, Patrick, say, Coach, I lost my own coffee beans. I'll send you a special roast of the roast. There you go. I roast my own coffee beans. There you go. Sorry. Still getting early in the morning. I haven't had the dew yet. All right, Robert, nice spiffy shirt, Coach. Yeah, I gotta break these things in, man. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but new shirts like this, man, they're itchy until you wear them a little bit. But I've got a couple weeks until I've got to go report and do some stuff. All right, here's Johnny. Happy Day, everybody. Back at you. Hopefully you're having a great one, Johnny. J. Rod, good morning, Coach Do Crew. Let's flipping go. 100%. Yeah, said in my best Austin Powers voice. All right, see Motown Mitch. Greetings, salutations, Coach Do Crew. Lions rule, Bears drool. There we go. Woo! There you go. Yeah, the little woo. All right, let's see. Motown Mitch, Super Bowl or bust, back at you. Burger time. Hey, burger time. That's right. It is the weekend. Good morning, Dan. Happy Saturday. Exclamation points. One weekend closer to football. Well, hopefully you're having a good time with the weekend and get a little time off. Enjoy it. And you're right. One weekend closer. All right, J Rod, looks like you made it to the barbershop. I did. They got the hairs cut up for me. I got to get some photo work done and all that jazz, so I got to get ready for it. All right, Mike the Marine Gunny. Bummer, I just replaced my colors last week. LOL, we think alike, Patrick. I went to Central Michigan University before joining the Marines 1985-2005. One more year with federal service for 20 more. All right, very good. And hey, thanks for all you've done there, Gunny. Hookadoo, morning, Berg. There you go, Berg. Love saying Super Bowl and the Lions in the same sentence. Woo! Yeah, let it sink in, man. I think we will be there this year. I do believe that. All right, Amy, Lions and Tigers, no. All right, no. All right, no Tigers or Lions. Very good. All right, good morning to Amy. Matthew, greetings and salutations. Good morning. Superdome, exclamation point. Super Bowl, exclamation point. Woo, woo, woo. Back at you, Matthew. So, hey, it sounds like you're off to a good start this morning. Amy, what do you got? Retired lady trucker. There you go. Well, hey, kick back and enjoy the sounds of Lions Talk Live. All right, here's Johnny. Dan's got a mini mohawk like MCDC's Yarky. There you go. Yeah, that's, I don't know what you call it, but years ago I used to have longer hair, and then one of the coaches I worked for said, I couldn't have that anymore, so I had to get it trimmed down. And yeah, it's been there basically ever since. So 30 years, something like that, man. All right, Jason, 14-3 season while winning it all. Superdome or bust. So, Jason, my question is, who will be the three teams that take us down this year? Hopefully, it's nobody in the NFC North. All right, Silver, dear Coach Dan, I understand that you like to run a tight ship, but I believe people should be left to express themselves even in disagreement. We are adults here and know how to deal with things. Yeah, I've got no problem with people chatting or whatever and having conversations in the show, whatever. Just sometimes, whatever it was a couple days ago, couple people, started pushing boundaries a little bit and just saying, try having your conversations. Just make sure you do it in a respectful way for each other. Don't make anything personal. All right, Robert, what do you got? CMU, not far away from me, Gunny. No, I remember where you're at there, Robert. Yeah, not too far. Hatman, good morning. Cracks me up, that photo, man. Good morning, Dan and Duke family. A little bit late today. Stay safe, everyone. Back at you. Hey, you're just in time to be a part of the show. Put it that way. All right, Ed, good morning, Coach Duke crew. How many guys on the team last year will not be there this year? 8, 10, 12? Ooh, Ed, that's a good question, man. There's going to be some for sure. I don't think any of the rookies are going to be left on the practice squad. So let's go with this. 6 guys off the bat right there. And then, of course, we lost 3 to free agency. So that puts it at 9. Who else could get beat out by other players? Man, I don't know. I guess out of your formula, let's go with 12, Ed, because we're already at 9. I could see 3 more players getting replaced potentially. All right, Mike the Marine, good to hear, Robert. There you go. Bird time, good morning, hookadoo. Patrick, Mike the Marine, Gunny, I'm a 1973-77 Marine, re-enlisted in the reserves out of Grand Rapids before the first Gulf War, got hurt and was mustered out. That hurt more than getting my knee tore up. Sorry to hear that, man, but hey, glad for all you've done for the country, man. Again, this weekend's built for everybody who has served. All right, Amy, our retired trucker lady, Lions and Tigers, no Bears, oh my, woo! And yeah, I see where you're going now with a no, so it happens. All right, Patrick, Amy's probably laughing out loud. I love it, 100%. Here's Johnny. Woo! There you go, Johnny. Manuel, Jason, not happening. Very good. Mike DeMarine, Stemple Fields, Stemplify, I think you mean Stemplify, Patrick, and Howdy Amy. There you go. Silver, I heard you mention those people saying they might leave the channel if people cat fight. With all the honors and the horrors in the world, they are getting sensitive about 2 men arguing. Give me a freaking break. Bye. Yeah, that was kind of my point to at least one of them is because they did respond a few times. And I just said, hey, people are going to have conversations. You don't have to read their comments, though. Especially if you're watching a replay, I'm guessing you're not sitting here reading the entire chat, but maybe some people do. I don't know that part. People are going to have their disagreements. Again, just saying when you have just do it respectfully. I don't care if you guys disagree or debate a topic. Just don't, get too personal about it. All right, Berg time. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. All right, Robert G. Good one, Amy. There you go. Patrick, if Aiden Hutchinson gets just a little help on the opposite side of the line or from the middle, he will be a holy terror. Yeah, I agree with that. I think we're setting him up for some pretty good success this year, especially since I'm anticipating we're going to be blitzing more mid gaps, the A gap and B gap on the D. On the offensive line, you're going to see more pulls and stunts. I think, Hutchinson could really get going this year. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to have like 49 sacks or something like that. I do think he could have like close to 20 this year, and that's a pretty impressive year. He's made consistent progressions upwards each of his years in the league. I don't see that he's going to slow down or stop this upcoming year. Bo, I know that feeling, Patrick. I had to leave recon because of injury. Can't jump, can't dive. Career took a different direction. It was a heartbreaker, 77-92. Well, again, thank you for all you've done, man. Amy, hi all. Glad you like it. Exclamation points. And yes, Amy, you are a welcome part of the Dude crew for sure. JDC, Silver Surfer, thumbs up, feeling woo feelings. There you go. Hey, enjoy your woo feelings. All right, Manuel. Thanks to all the veterans on today. Yes, this day and this weekend. Here's Johnny, U.S. Air Force, 80 to 92. All right. So, yeah, thank you again for serving. All right, JDC, thanks, Coach. Now you have me scratching and itching. Sorry about that, man. At least it's not as bad as it was when I first put it on today, man. I just kept itching and scratching away. So, getting broken in a little bit. All right, Mike DeMarine, hey, thumbs up, Johnny. Hatman, I can see our defense as a top 12 to 15 this year, which will be huge. Yeah, that would be a massive, massive jump up from where they've been the last 2 years. But again, I think they've done some good things the past couple of years. Just need a little bit more upgrade in the defense. We'll see what all happens. Bo, sharp dress man. Yeah, unlike most of my professions, apparently for the next couple of weeks or months or whatever, when I'm helping out, they're gonna make me actually dress up and stuff. Can't wear shorts and all that jazz, I'm told. All right, here's Johnny. Dad was a WW2 Marine. Rip. Yeah, and hey, thank you for your father. So my dad served in Korea, tank commander. So true story. Some shrapnel got into the tank, and hit him someplace you don't want to get hit if you're a guy. So, geez. We'll put it that way. All right, Dominic, good morning from Texas. Good morning, Dominic, and hopefully having a great one. Robert, my dad was a Korean War vet. Rip. Yes, my father passed. Man, it's been a little over 20 years now. It's been a while. So, yeah, he'll be in his 90s now. All right, Coach, great photo you posted of Jen on Facebook. Are you in as good a shape? I'm not in Jen's shape. I mean, I think I take pretty good care of myself. But, Jen, she loves training people, being in the gym and stuff like that, and she doesn't like to go to the gym like I like to go to the gym. She uses the gym we built for in the basement, but yeah, she probably works out a couple hours a day. I'd say somewhere like 2 to 3 hours a day she's in the gym. I'm in there for 15-20 minutes. It's just part of my morning ritual. I get off the show, I go hit the gym, get on treadmill, lift some weights, row machines, work on my, core muscles a little bit. But I'm nowhere near her level of interest in it. So yeah, it is what it is. All right. Here's Johnny, U of M. All right. U of M it is. Doug, a reason we were number 2 in the run defense in 2023. Who would run when you can pass so easily against us? Seriously, so tired of the run defense argument. I want total defense, and I think, Doug, I do believe we're going to have some pretty good defense this year. Now, as we all know, though, over 60% of the league does pass more than they do run, so there is that aspect to the run defense as well. Doug, no one takes a train to Vegas. I do enjoy taking the train. To me, it's just kick back, relax, especially since I'm like halfway between Detroit and Chicago. Just hopping on the train and go heading over to one of them, I guess. Super easy and relaxing. And I don't have to worry about anything. Just get on and get off. All right, J-Rod, Motor City Maulers with no fly zone. Woo! There you go. And yeah, that could be a combination t-shirt in the future. Bo, bidding wars for baits. How high is the price? Man, that is a good question. I don't know. Could he get somewhere like 5, 6, 7 million a season? I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see who gets him and what the final amount ends up being. J-Rod, Badgley is kicking 60-yarders, I heard. I did hear that too. Just now, can he do it in a game? That's the big take on him. He did hit the 54-yarder against, the Rams in the playoffs? And yeah, I thought he nailed that one. But Badgley, what his leg is doing, wow. He's going to get paid. Robert G., thanks for all you served vets. God bless you all. Yes, 100%. Thank you for all those vets out there. This weekend is for you for sure. Brent, the secondary depth is awesome. Superdome and no bust. There you go. Woo! And yes, MCDC was very clear. There is no bust here. All right, here's Johnny. Thanks, Robert G. and Duke Group. Back at you. Hatman, I watched the highlights of the Denver game last night, and damn, we need to play every game like that. One. Woo! Yes, and that's where I think they're ultimately trying to go. And again, just using what Aaron Glenn has done in the past during his time here, it seems to be what he's most comfortable with. It seems what they've constructed this team to do. I also think watching some of the highlights in recent weeks of some of those past games, Joshua Pascal might be more impactful this year than we anticipated, assuming he stays healthy and everything. So we all wonder why they didn't go out and get something different at the opposite defensive end. It could be they believe that the guys we have are already setting us up to be pretty good. All right, Motown. Hey, sorry, coach. Can't stick around this morning. Off to the gym and train. Well, go out, go enjoy it, and enjoy it. Have a good morning, my friend. Matthew Morningsberg. There you go. Mike the Marine just looked at the over the cap, and Lions have 31 million available in cap. Woo! Wow. I thought we were like 24, 25, but that's great that we're at 31. I wonder, are you going to sign someone else? And if not, are you going to defer some of Goff, Penay's, or St. Brown's signing bonus to this year to help lower their future years? Here's Johnny. Wow. War of 1812 was really from 1806 to 1813. Serious conflict. The Miami River was an international border. Fort Mergs and Petersburg is a historic site, FYI. Yes, it is. And just so you guys know, because I like going out and exploring old, battlefields, stuff like that. Gosh, how long has it been now? We'll say 10 years ago. I've a couple former military friends of mine. They live up in the UP, and they live by Drummond Island. And they took me over there, and there's the last remaining British fort that's out there, and the last remaining British fort from the Revolutionary War. It's still there. There's no markers for it. You can still see the old wells, some of the old walls. You can see some of the old stacks, cooking stacks, and stuff like that. I always like going out there and trying to recon a little bit, see if you can find anything left over from there, other than the obvious fort structures, which aren't in great order, and someday they're going to be gone. But yeah, I'm just often surprised there's no markers or anything noting it. It's just out there in the middle of a field. All right, Doug, would be interesting to discuss the identity unidentified. Wait a minute. Interesting to the unidentified Brock Purdy. Okay, we'll get after Brock Purdy. Yes, we'll see if we can take him down this year. J-Rod, thank you for all who served this wonderful and first-time country. There you go. All right, Michael, hard to believe that someone would rank Goff at number 15 in the league. Obviously didn't watch any of the Lions games last season. Hey, everybody's got their own opinions. Let them go with it. What I can say is Goff goes out and wins it this year. That will probably change a whole lot of opinions. But yeah, I'm with you. The fact that he's taken two different teams to the NFC title game, he's put up some monster numbers the last few years in Detroit. And to be fair, he had some monster years in LA. It just, sometimes people just don't give you your due or respect. Donkey Kong, Super Bowl or bust. Thank you, Donkey, and good morning. Phil, good morning. Back at you. Berg time, thank you to anyone who has served for this great country. Exclamation points. God bless. God bless them all. Anybody who puts on the uniform, thank you. Doug, let's see. What do you got? Randall, St. Brown's, Kicker, Tucker, Seattle, Woodland, Puka, round 5, KC 7th. Yes, a lot of people that, 100%. Late round picks. All right, Silver Server, love the Ric Flair. Woo! Will not stop repeated. Yes, will not stop. Yeah, keep going with it. J-Rod, Hutch, Davenport, Bosa, Young. Ooh, that's a good comparison. I'll take that. Patrick, the black and blue division is back for sure. I'll go with that, 100%. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. And not just this year. I think it's going to be one of the tougher divisions in the league for the foreseeable future. All right, Trumps, I have a life-size Trump face sticker on my truck window. There you go. Enjoy it. Doug, who is the leader of our defense? Question mark. The captain? Question mark. The inspiration? Question mark. The one guy who takes us to another level? Question mark. The spiritual leader. I don't know on that, Doug. I guess we'll have to wait and see what comes out of training camp and everything. Based on Carlton Davis's interviews this week, sounds like he's bucking for that job, though. Sounds like he's coming ready to play. And you know what? Good for him, man. Good for him. Hey, man. Puff, puff, pass to all. There you go. Puff, puff, give. All right, Extreme Chant, always fly the American flag. Agreed. J-Rod, breakfast. All right. JDC, thanks, Hat. There you are. All right. Hatman, always at JDC. Have a great weekend. Yes, everybody, have go out and enjoy that weekend. JDC, thumbs up. Trumps, keep sissies out of the military. Yeah, probably want people out there doing justice for you. All right, Hatman. Damn Yankees, don't tread on me theme song for the Lions. Yeah, it could be a good one. Could be a good one. JDC, great band. All right, Ranty Q, green salutations all. What's up, peeps? Not too much, man. Just having a good Saturday morning conversation. How about you, Q? J Rod, we beat the dump chickens when cow grows this season. I think we will, man. I think we're gonna put it on both of them. Silver Surfer, Wingo is a clone physically of Kalijah Cansey. Only he can't seem to have that. Let's see, brutal explosion Cansey has. Hey, if he has everything else, man, and you got him in the 6th round, that's not so bad. Maybe you can coach him up to have a little bit more of an explosion. All right, 313, man. What are they going to do with Hooker? That's a good question. I know a lot of people are asking that. I guess for now, what I would say is let's go with this. He's going to be an outstanding backup, and if something does happen to Goff, then you got him out there. But if this really is a Super Bowl or bust season, I don't think you want to trade Hooker. At least I wouldn't, because that is going to create a hole, unless you think Nate Sudfeld's the answer in an emergency situation. So I don't know. Let the kid keep growing, developing. Remember, Jordan Love sat for years before he became ready, just like Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre didn't really sit too long behind Don Majkowski, but hey, see what happens with Hooker. Let's see where he goes. I like the kid. Don Banda. Woo! There you go, Donnie Burr, and good morning. J. Rod, Hooker, and Goff are next year's conversation. Yeah, it could be. Let them battle it out over time. I'm a coach, so I'm going to just say this. Let the best person play. You want that spot, you got to go earn that spot. All right, Randy Q, to all those veterans who are here or gone, thanks for your service. God bless. 100% agree. J. Rod, Don, haha. There you are, right? Broski, to all the military servicemen, thank you for your service. 100%. Yes, agreed on that. Amy, let's see. Dan, take your shirt, turn them inside out, wash them with wash them with good and lots of extra fabric softener. Should help a lot. Thank you for that, Amy. I will do that today. And thanks for the heads up. Let's see. Doug, what do you got? Train to Vegas was a joke, Dan. Why walk when you can pass for first downs? Very good. I'll go with that. Yeah, I've never taken a train that far. I've taken it to Chicago and some other spots like that, but I got to imagine that's a bit of a train ride going out to Vegas. All right, Bo, what do you got? Amy, I was thinking washing, but your advice is great. Yes, I'll try that out. DM5 TV. Good morning, Dan. Love the show. I'm excited for this season. Thanks for that. I think if we play to our capability, we can score 28 plus points and hold other teams under 20. Super Bowl, baby. Yes, I agree with that, TV. I believe, yeah, we could have a real strong defense, get the ball back more for the offense, let the offense just go out there and do what it does. All right, JDC, Amy Spry, I'm the guy that would wear the shirt until the scratching and itching stop. That's great advice. Thanks. Yes, I'll be applying that wisdom here today. Doug, what do you got? It's also Pascal's 3rd year. We keep talking 3rd year magic. Plus, it's a 3rd defensive line coach in 3 years, and add his injuries too. Now, Mitchell, more worried about him blocking. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Mitchell. I like the kid, but he does need to step up. All right, JDC, Motor City Dew Crew, back. Yes, I agree. That needs to be a great one. And there's shirts available for the Motor City Dew Crew on lionstalklive.com. Shameless plug. All right. Bo Anslone is the captain of the defense. Yes. Yeah. Currently he is. Yes. Doug, Goff played poorly against Green Bay 2 games. Chicago, parts of both games. Seattle game, Baltimore game, not being negative, but he got a good check for his play. And he had a great offense around him. Excuse me. He did. But you know what? Hey, people don't play great all the time. Everybody's going to have down games. He's going to figure some things out here and there, but that's what it's all about. Take him to another level. Overall, last year, I'd say he played pretty well. Doesn't mean he couldn't have played better. J. Rod, Trump's Sniffy J, laughing out loud. That photo cracks me up. Sick mofo. There you go. All right, I guess I didn't notice the photo. All right, let's see. Famous RW. All I see is real focused team that knows the Super Bowl is the only goal, nothing less. I agree with that. And yes, I see the photo now. Yes, thumbs up. All right, let's see. Don, Doug, does Lamar, Allen, and Mahomes, Tua have great offenses around them? They do. I would say yes, they do. But let's see what Doug has to say. Randy Q, I love the morning dew. I'm diabetic. I'm trying Diet Dew. I Diet Dew too. So what I always do is when I go to the fountain, I get half diet, half regular. Then hopefully it's half as bad. Trump's band crying Donnie. Oh boy. Let's see. Doug. Hooker answers. Hold on. There we go. Hooker answers cannot come without lots of actual reps with actual NFL players in pads. Yes, we need to wait and see what happens with the kid. All right, JDC, ban the ban. All right, banning the banning ability. All right, Don, ban dumb. Oh boy. Broski, Trump's genius. Good morning. All right. Let's see, Don Burr, FCHI. I'm not sure what that means, Don. So somebody's gonna have to walk me through that. J Rod, Hess to fullback, receiving, blocking, fullback. It could be. That's an idea. Famous RW, Coach, are you going to a preseason game? I got a ticket if you are interested. I think there's only one preseason game for Lions this year. I'll check the schedule because I know that's typically during time for a lot of basketball stuff. So let me check on that, RW. Randy Q, that's funny half. There you go. TV, remember how the Ravens looked last year? We will look like that +5, and we won't have a letdown like last year. I think the Lions are here to stay. I've never been this excited for our team. No, I think you're spot on, DM5. If you're a Lions fan, you got to be pretty excited for opening day kickoff because all the promise this season seems to have in front of it. And the fact that we're just getting ready for the season to begin, yeah, I think you're going to see a whole lot of Lions fans just chomping at the bit for preseason games, regular season games, etc. Trump's good one, Bear. Broski, Don Burr, walk Dan through that. Yes, walk me through that. All right. Trump's, I think that was F Chicago Bears. All right. Could be. JDC. Oh, boy. Here we go. Yes, it is. All right, guys. I got to get going a little bit early today. I got to get some stuff ready for the work day and all that stuff. It's going to be a fairly good day for me. So if there is some breaking news and when I get an opportunity, I'll get it over to you if they should come on out. Otherwise, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. We're like 6 or 7 subs away from hitting 6,700. And if it would take just a moment of your day, hit the thumbs up button. I surely would be thankful. A couple more in here today. Happy trails to you and Dustin. See you tomorrow. See you, Bo. Randy Q, let's go Lions. Very, very proud. Hatman, everyone, Jen just messaged me and said, Dan, been to Gabby and need to make him a horse with a woo. There we go. David, I think there are 2 preseason games this year. Are there in Ford Field? For some reason, I know there's 3 preseason games, but I want to say 1 in Trip. Maybe I'm wrong on that, man. Mike Rain, thumbs up and do it for Dan. Thank you for that. JDC, happy trails. Go Lions. Don Burr, Bears, Trump. Oh, boy. Here we go. Happy trails. All right, guys. We'll see you all in the next Lions Talk Live. And since you guys asked for it, see you later.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.